Hi Cavaliers, and welcome back to the 2020-2021 school year. Even though we're in distance learning, we wanted to let you know that the Discipline Office is here to support you. My name is Adrienne Pankratz, and I'm your Assistant Principal of Discipline. In the Discipline Office, we do more than just taking care of behavior. We also help mediate conflict. We assist with bullying. We assist with cyber technology these days. And we assist with any other need that you may need or that comes up. So if you have any issues, please contact the Discipline Office at extension 2030. Now I'm going to introduce our security staff.
Hello Cavaliers, I'm Campus Officer John Cuevas. I'm a football coach here and also a track coach. On top of that, my personal time, I'm a state championship power lifter. If you guys have any questions or any concerns or you guys need any help, feel free to reach out to myself or any of the other campus officers on staff.
Hi you guys, welcome back to another school year. I just want to say how sad I am that I don't get to see you guys in the office anymore. I am here in the Dean's office, the assistant to Ms. Pankratz, and I also work with the security team. I hope you guys are all doing well.
What's going on, Cavs? Campus Officer Louis Armendar is here. We miss you guys. It's not the same without you guys. It's bittersweet being here without you guys, but looking forward to see you guys soon. Anything you need, we're here for you guys. Just reach out to the office, Rain or Ms. Pankratz, and we'll take care of you guys. Hope to see you soon.
Hey Cavs, how's it going? My name is Cassandra Gomez. I'm one of your campus officers at Montclair High School. Just missing you guys. Welcome to our freshmen, even though you're not really here, but it's good to have you guys here. Hope you guys come back soon.
Hello Cavaliers, and welcome to the Safe Schools presentation for the 2020-2021 school year. This year, your Montclair High School administration staff consists of the following people. Your principal is Mrs. Charlene Sines. Mrs. Monica Barberi is the Assistant Principal of Achievement. Mr. Joshua Cho is the Assistant Principal of Instruction. Dr. Lino Gomez is the Assistant Principal of Ed Services. And Mrs. Adrienne Pankratz is the Assistant Principal of Discipline. Your Montclair High School counseling staff is as follows. Ninth graders, you will have Veronica Ousley, Carlos Reynoso, Michelle Koyman, or Esmeralda Udave. Your alpha groups can be found below, and your guidance technician is Maria Valenzuela. 10th graders, your counselors may be Noelle Selesky, Jennifer Markley, Alice Cornejo, or Esmeralda Udave. Your guidance technician is Angie Navarro, and your alpha groups are below here. 11th graders, your counselor may be Veronica Ousley, Carlos Reynoso, Michelle Koyman, or Esmeralda Udave. Your guidance technician is Colleen Rodriguez, and your alpha groups can be found below. And lastly, seniors, your counselors may be Noelle Selesky, Jennifer Markley, Alice Cornejo, or Esmeralda Udave, with your guidance technician being Celia Powers. And your alpha groups are here. Distance learning attendance. With distance learning, attendance has changed a little bit. Students will be marked present or marked with an R in the Aries portal if the following can be said. The student is actively engaged remotely for at least 40 minutes through working with the class or working on their own for a class. Students should be logging in for a live session, for example like Zoom, daily. Students will be marked absent or Q in the Aries portal if the student is not actively engaged remotely for at least 40 minutes through working with the class or working on their own for the class. Students who are having issues with technology should call the CJ UHSD Technology Helpline at 909-946-8226. You'll be asked to leave a message with your name, your phone number, your school, and a brief description of what your need is. Distance learning dress code guidelines. Students, the following dress code must be abided by during distance learning. The first one, students may not wear clothing, accessories, or display items with offensive images or language that includes profanity, hate speech, or pornography. 2. Students may not wear clothing, accessories, or display items that reasonably can be construed as being racist, lewd, vulgar, or obscene, or that reasonably can be interpreted as containing fighting, defamatory speech, or threats. 3. Students should not wear clothing that is excessively revealing. Shirts, tops, and blouses must be worn for all Zoom meetings, and they must meet the above guidelines, and they must be worn at all times. 4. Students may wear headgear that meets the requirements mentioned above, and the headgear must allow the face to be visible to staff during live instruction. Any exceptions to this requirement must be communicated and approved by the student's teacher, counselor, or school administration on a case-by-case basis. Staff is encouraged to be sensitive to an individual's needs, situations, religious or cultural attire, and circumstances. Students may not wear clothing, accessories, or display items that denote, suggest, display, or reference weapons, violence, alcohol, drugs, tobacco, or any related paraphernalia. Electronic recording and listening devices. The use by any person, including a student, of any electronic listening or recording device in any distance learning classroom without the prior consent of the teacher and the principal is prohibited, as it disrupts and impairs the teaching process and the discipline process in school. Any person other than the student, willfully in violation of the above, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. Any student in violation shall be subject to the appropriate disciplinary action. So students, you may not record, videotape, or take pictures of any of your distance learning classrooms or Zoom sessions. Zoom bombing and recording. What is it? Zoom bombing occurs when a person hacks into a class and disrupts virtual class meetings by displaying images of pornography, racism, and other disturbing pictures, videos, gestures, or offensive language. What are the consequences? During distance learning, all school rules still apply, and students may lose the class, be suspended, or expelled depending on the seriousness of the offense. In addition, criminal charges could be brought against a student, depending on the seriousness of the offense. Can students record a live class session? No, they cannot. Bullying. Any student who engages in bullying may be subject to disciplinary action up to and including expulsion. Students are expected to immediately report incidents of bullying to the teacher, counselor, or assistant principal of discipline. Students can rely on staff to promptly investigate each complaint of bullying in a thorough and confidential manner. If you feel that you have been bullied, you may fill out the bullying report form. The bullying report form can be found on the MHS website at mhs.cjuhsd.net. You will need to click on the administration at the top of your toolbar, scroll down to Discipline Office. Once in the Discipline Office screen, you can move down to the Bullying tab, and you will find both the bullying prevention policy and reporting form in both English and Spanish. Bullying has two components. The first component is that it is a repeated harmful act. The second component is that bullying involves an imbalance of power. It involves repeated physical, verbal, visual, or psychological attacks or intimidation directed against a victim who cannot properly defend herself or himself because of size or strength, because the victim is outnumbered, or the victim is less psychologically resilient. There are three types of bullying. The first type of bullying, known as direct bullying, involves mocking, name-calling, dirty looks, sexual harassment, teasing about clothing, appearance, possessions, playing a dirty trick, verbal threats, intimidation, defacing property, stealing, graffiti, publicly challenging a person to do something, assaulting, tripping, pushing, demands for money, or destroying someone's work or property. The second type of bullying, known as indirect bullying, involves gossiping, embarrassing, setting up to look foolish, spreading rumors, excluding, or social rejection of an individual. The third type of bullying, cyberbullying, involves any of the above actions from direct bullying or indirect bullying, but is done through electronic devices that include cell phones, tablets, computers, etc., or that is shared with others or posted on social media. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is the unwelcomed sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal, written, visual, or physical conduct of a sexual nature that creates an intimidating or an offensive environment. Examples include unwelcome hugging, massaging, patting, stroking, grabbing, poking, pinching, cornering, brushing against, and or touching that is perceived to be sexual in nature, including verbal and visual representations of these actions. Sexual harassment. In verbal sexual harassment, offensive jokes that insult, provoke, or degrade an individual or group based on gender identity. It includes sexual remarks ranging from subtle hints to direct requests for sexual favors, threats or attempts to influence another's job or academic status in exchange for sexual favors, repeatedly asking out a person that is not interested and has made that clear. Nonverbal sexual harassment includes leering, sexual gesturing, sexual pictures, unwelcome letters, inappropriate social media posts, intimate gifts, and sexual objects. None of the above, verbal sexual harassment or nonverbal sexual harassment, is acceptable at Montclair High School and should be reported immediately. Sexting. Sexting is the act of adding or sending a sexually explicit photo or video message via a cell phone or electronic device. These are situations in which kids are taking inappropriate pictures of themselves or their friends and then share them or post them to social media by cell phone or electronic device. Sexting is a form of sexual harassment. Did you also know, if you are under 18 and are caught sharing an inappropriate picture of yourself or are caught sharing a photo of someone else that is under 18, you can be charged with child pornography. The person who posts can be listed as a sexual offender. Cavaliers, as we make our way through distance learning and eventually back onto campus, I invite you to make a commitment to your school. I commit to make the right choice, to do the right thing, and make my parents, community, and Montclair High School proud. Thank you for partaking in the Safe Schools presentation. At this time, please complete the signature page for the Safe Schools presentation by going to https://bit.ly/MHS 2020 Safe Schools. Thank you, and have a safe year.